Rifles have always carried more than just mechanical purpose. They carry stories, craftsmanship, and the stubborn proof that good engineering never grows old. In a market flooded with brand new designs promising tighter groups and smarter materials, it is easy to forget that many classic platforms were already solving those problems decades ago with steel, walnut, and brilliant simplicity. This project is about revisiting that heritage through 5 remarkable rifles that continue to earn respect on the range and in the field. Some were born for sporting use, others for survival and home defense roles. Yet, all of them share a common trait. They deliver dependable stopping power and center mass precision without relying on modern gimmicks. I want to look beyond nostalgia and examine what these rifles truly offer today, how they feel in real hands, what they cost on the current market, and whether they can still compete with contemporary options. Consider this the beginning of a deeper conversation about design philosophy, practical accuracy, and the kind of character you only find in machines built with pride rather than marketing deadlines. Winchester Model 70 pre-1964 stands as one of those rifles that collectors speak about with almost reverent calm. And after spending time behind one, it becomes clear why. This was not just another bolt action pulled from a production line. It was a carefully machined tool built during an era when craftsmen still polished metal because they were proud of it, not because a marketing brochure demanded shine. The controlled round feed system with its massive claw extractor defines the character of this rifle, grabbing each cartridge the moment it leaves the magazine and guiding it into the chamber with authority. That design gives a level of reliability many modern push-feed actions still struggle to match, especially in situations where absolute dependability matters for home defense or serious hunting. The trigger on a clean example breaks like thin glass, and the walnut stock carries a warmth that synthetic materials can never imitate. On the range, most rifles in 270 Winchester or 3006 still produce groups that surprise shooters raised on modern precision platforms, often hovering around 1 minute of angle with good ammunition. Subjectively, the rifle feels alive, balanced just ahead of the action, quick to the shoulder, and honest in recoil. Prices today reflect that reputation. A well-preserved pre-1964 Model 70 commonly sits between $1,200 and $2,000 depending on condition and chambering, with rare variants climbing far higher. From a practical viewpoint, that is climbing far higher. From a practical viewpoint, that is not cheap, yet compared to many new premium rifles, the value becomes easier to justify. You receive forged steel, real machining, and a heritage that has already proven itself for generations. My personal opinion is that this rifle remains one of the best all-around sporting choices ever built. It may not wear carbon fiber or digital rangefinders, but for pure center mass performance and mechanical confidence, it still sets a standard modern companies quietly chase. Garand represents a different philosophy entirely, yet it deserves a place beside the finest sporting rifles because it changed the idea of what a shoulder-fired platform could accomplish. When this rifle entered service, it gave ordinary shooters the ability to deliver rapid, accurate follow-up shots that bolt actions of the era simply could not match. The gas-operated rotating bolt system feels smooth and purposeful, and even today the 8-round en-bloc clip still works with mechanical honesty that modern detachable magazines sometimes lack. Handling a Garand on the range is an experience full of character. The rifle carries weight at roughly 9.5 pounds, but that mass turns recoil into a long, gentle push rather than a sharp snap, making center mass control surprisingly easy. Iron sights on a good example remain exceptional, with a crisp rear aperture that allows precise elevation and windage adjustments far beyond what many new rifles provide out of the box. From a practical perspective for sporting or home defense roles, the Garand still makes sense if one accepts its quirks. Ammunition must be chosen with care to respect the gas system. And reloading clips requires a bit of practice. Yet reliability with proper loads is legendary. On paper, most rifles deliver 2 to 3 minutes of angle groups, but real shooters often do better, especially with modern match ammunition. Current market prices usually range from $1,000 to $1,600 depending on manufacturer and condition, which is remarkably fair considering the history and build quality involved. Personally, the Garand is more than a collector piece. It is a reminder that effective stopping power does not require plastic stocks or rails everywhere. The rifle encourages deliberate marksmanship and rewards those who treat it with respect, proving that classic engineering can remain practical in the present day. Mauser K98k carries the soul of the classic bolt action more purely than almost any other rifle ever produced. The action is simple, massively strong, and built around the controlled feed principle that later inspired countless sporting designs. Operating the bolt on a well-kept example feels like closing the door of an old luxury car, solid and confident with no wasted movement. The long external extractor and fixed-blade ejector create a system that will pull a case free even under rough conditions, which is why hunters and survival-minded shooters still trust this platform after nearly a century. The rifle balances forward because of its military heritage, yet that weight out front helps steady the sights and keeps recoil manageable when delivering deliberate center mass shots. In terms of accuracy, a typical 98k with a good bore often surprises modern shooters. Groups around 2 minutes of angle are common, and some rifles perform even better with carefully selected ammunition. The original iron sights, Winchester iron sights, Winchester iron sights, Winchester iron sights, Winchester iron sights remain practical out to realistic distances, though many owners now mount period-style optics to unlock additional potential. On today's market, prices vary widely. Russian capture rifles may appear around $600 to $800, while matching original examples can exceed $1,500 or more. From my viewpoint, the value lies not only in performance but in mechanical education. This rifle teaches how a bolt action should feel, how cartridges should feed, and how simple engineering can deliver serious stopping power without complexity. It may not be as refined as a modern precision rifle, yet its honesty and durability make it a compelling choice for anyone who appreciates functional history. Steyr SSG69 arrived from Austria with ideas far ahead of its time and proved that synthetic materials could live comfortably beside precision craftsmanship. While many competitors still relied on traditional wood stocks, this rifle embraced fiberglass reinforced polymer and demonstrated that stability across weather extremes mattered more than classic appearance. The cold hammer forged barrel became the heart of the system, delivering a level of consistency that competitive shooters quickly noticed. The 3 pairs of rear locking lugs created a smooth 60-degree bolt lift, allowing optics to sit low and natural over the action. Handling the rifle today still feels modern, almost clinical, with a balance that encourages steady center mass control from field positions. On the range, the SSG69 earned a reputation for sub-minute performance, long before that phrase became a marketing slogan. Even standard rifles frequently hold groups well under 1 minute of angle, with quality ammunition, and the distinctive rotary magazine remains one of the most practical feeding systems ever designed. From a sporting or defensive viewpoint, the rifle offers reliability equal to many current premium platforms, while maintaining a personality of its own. Prices in the current market generally fall between $1,300 and $1,900 depending on configuration and condition. In my opinion, this model represents the bridge between vintage craftsmanship and modern precision thinking. It does not feel old, yet it carries the character of an earlier era when engineers solved problems with clever mechanics rather than electronics. Savage Model 99 proves that innovation does not always require abandoning tradition, and this lever action remains one of the most intelligent sporting designs ever created. Instead of the tubular magazines common to its era, the rifle used a rotary system that allowed pointed bullets without safety concerns, instantly giving hunters better ballistic options. The action cycles with a short, confident throw, and the hammerless design keeps lines clean while improving speed for follow-up shots. In the hands, the rifle feels lively and quick, almost eager, making it ideal for hunting scenarios where targets appear suddenly and center mass placement must happen without hesitation. The craftsmanship on older examples shows careful machining and thoughtful ergonomics that many modern lever guns struggle to match. Accuracy from the Model 99 often surprises those who assume lever actions cannot compete with bolt rifles. Many rifles in 300 Savage or 308 Winchester comfortably produce groups around 1.5 minutes of angle, more than adequate for ethical hunting and practical defense roles. Recoil remains friendly thanks to the straight stock design, and the trigger on good examples breaks cleaner than expected. Market prices vary depending on chambering and condition, generally ranging from $700 to $1,400. which makes the rifle one of the more accessible classics discussed in this project. Personally, the Model 99 is a perfect blend of tradition and performance. It delivers real stopping power, fast handling, and a sense of character that plastic-stocked rifles rarely offer, proving that smart design can outlive entire generations of trends.